People. Que pasa, sapa, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Call it news with a buzz. This is not your average, typical mama and papa missionary blogging. This is blogging that takes you on top of the roof under the cellar with mother hen and her little chickadees. Back in the days, you used to have a saying, or the saying still exists. BLOOD is thicker than water. That means whenever you see family in a them dispute, don't enter, because they will defend each other, even when there's any sorts of squabble. In Jamaica, that does not appropriately apply anymore. It seems as if there's always some sorts of sibling rivalry, and sometimes, or in most cases, sibling rivalry turns DEADLY. That means somebody lose them life or somebody got badly injured. If you look at your screen, this is a picture of a young lady. Her name is Kenisha Royal. She is from Marvelly. Kenisha was a victim or lost her life at the hands of her own brother. It is said that the St. Andrew South Popo is presently seeking for that brother as a suspect in MURDER and the juking up of his sister. Based on the information, it is said that at about 7 p.m. there was some sort of argument. The argument turned physical, and some sorts of kitchen or farm utensil was used. And this man juk up his two sisters, including Kenisha Royal. This occurred in a Marvelly. Him then take for himself. Both sisters were rushed to the place of recovery. However, Mrs. Royal would be pronounced badly. The sister was treated and let go. Now, when we think about the fact that in the old days, back in the days, this would probably not happen. So we see the mindsets and the evilness of this new generation kind of different. When you hear a man hurt him mother, him brother, him sister, in this case, two sisters, him joke up him two sister and people, I do not mean joke up in the RED neck type of way. May I talk about he actually tried to hurt them. Him try for KILL them. Luckily, 1 out of the 2, 50%, so therefore a failure as it pertains to family. And you ask what is the motive? The popo go tell you say, you don't know say a food item. And you say, wait a minute, what type of food item? Is it some sort of grace mackerel, tin mackerel, lobster, caviar, or even oxtail or something like that? People, I was not there. However, in my opinion, I bet that it is something petty. Now people are going to say it is not the amount, it is the principle. Well people, here is what I have to say. There is nothing, no cost of any sorts of material thing, whether a house or car, for me and my brother, me and my mother, me and my sister, in any sort of argument, it is okay to have disagreement. However, when you let it get to the extent in which you go draw for your tool, you go draw for some sort of kitchen or farm utensil and put on hate upon your own family member, that is taking it to an evil extent. Me don't know what kind of food item, however, based on the Popo report, that is exactly what it is. What this shows you is what is going on in Jamaica and how these people meds nowadays. The hearts of men, even your own family, your own BLOOD. It seems as if there is so much demonic force, there is so much hate existing in a lot of these households, where it seems as if it takes some petty stuff or it takes nothing at all for people to just flip them lid, lose them cool. People just on edge, and any opportunity that they get, they are just going to explode. So people, at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself the question, is it worth it for juking up a sister, taking away a sister, then a brother, he is on the run. He is going to be locked up more than likely for first degree murder. Couldn't this easily have been spoken about? Couldn't they come to some sorts of amicable agreements? But people, like them say, this seems as if it was a straw that broke the camel's back. Point blank and period. Further on in the news, just when we thought that Jamaica can't get any sorts of Wasara and Wasara, it is becoming more and more obvious that Jamaica is a criminal. Jamaica is a mobster country. And this is based on some unfortunate incident that happened back to back. Now we saw that there was a big controversy as it pertains to the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Marissa, Mrs. Philibert, in which she was charged, or she is going to be charged by the Integrity Commission because them claim that she did not file or she lied on some sorts of declaration as it pertains to the vehicle that was cost $8.1 million. She pretty much get a discount concession of about $1 million to $2 million. So therefore she tried to save some money, lost her job in which she is making millions of dollars annually. So we see she kind of penny-wise and pound foolish. However, whenever you are a criminal, this is exactly what happens. It is in your natural instincts to be dishonest. So anyways, we see she recently resigned because of all of the pressure, all of the backlash. She resigned as Speaker of the House and she resigned as MP for Southern Trelawney. That is the right thing to do while this case is being investigated. Don't think that she should ever get back any of those posts. However, we know this is Jamaica, them recycle stuff. She resigned, however, she is still in denial. She is still being wrong and strong. She is still claiming that it is a honest mistake, even though the facts of the case prove otherwise. However, a liar is just a liar and a thief is just a thief. Based on information that I also got, she is the least of the problem in this integrity reports. It is alleged that there are other JLP personnel that are also targeted. The names that are allegedly targeted are part of this investigation. Possibly your Prime Minister Andrew Holness, his wife name is being called up, Darrell Vaz's name is being called up, and also Mr. Desmond Mackenzie. Those are the 4 names so far, including Mrs. Philibert. There are more on the list, but me just tell you, word on the street that is credible is saying that. As a matter of fact, it is said that Desmond Mackenzie's name is being called up because each of these developers that make any sorts of housing scheme, any sorts of high profile places in any part of Kingston, he gets a kickback, and part of that kickback might also involve an apartment in all of those complexes, allegedly. So anyways, people, during the time of the controversy as it pertains to Marissa Philibert and her resigning, an incident occurred in which one of the directors of the Integrity Commission, his name is Mr. Evans, he was conned up in the parking lot in a New Kingston corporate parking lot to be specific. It is said that a black briefcase in which he had, they stole the briefcase. This is the details. Based on the information, it is said that he was exiting the parking lot with briefcase in hand when a vehicle, well not a vehicle, sorry, one of them yang bike pull up. the pillion jump off of the bike, rush him and take away the briefcase. There was some sorts of struggle. He was cornered up. He, meaning Mr. Evans, was cornered up in the hand. He then left, or the thief them left, jump back on the bike and take with themselves. Now when that occurred, people are saying, then hold on a minute. What is the mathematical probability that there is some sorts of controversy pertaining to the Speaker of the House and the Integrity Commission? And then we hear say one of the persons, director, Mr. Evans, he was conned up. It seems more than coincidental. However, based on what the Popo are saying, they are saying that Mr. Evans went to a financial institution. He withdrew a large sum of money. So based on what the Popo is saying, including your deputy or assistant commissioner of Popo, Fitzbailey, this would fall into the category of a random robbery gone wrong. This would not be any sorts of backlash because of what is going on as it pertains to the House and also Integrity Commission. He said that he is going by the facts that the man picked up a large sum of money, the fact that he was confronted while he was leaving with a briefcase. So therefore, as some sort of robbery, one thing has nothing to do with the next. But people may just ask, what is the mathematical probability, the law of possibility and probability of that happening? Doesn't it seem more than coincidental that two incidents, one incident in which the people with the Newswatch radio, they were targeted after the PNP said something about them, and then in this incident, the integrity reports came out and then somebody from the Integrity Commission get robbed and get conned up. People like me say, there is coincidence and then there is mathematical probability, and in my opinion, I am not going to say that it is not some sort of random robbery. Me just gonna say, something sounds kind of fishy. So people, I want you to take a listen, take a look to what the Executive Director of the Integrity Commission, Mr. Doug Christie, has to say, and then I am going to give my piece.
What's your thoughts on shooting?
Should ask the government that.
Why, sir? What does it mean, sir?
Ask them what that means.
Now people, you heard what the man had to say. Him say, ask the government, ask the Prime Minister. So pretty much he is saying something is into something. Something sounds very fishy. Whether or not that is the case, me no know, but people, make me know what you think in the comment section. Now people, based on what the director, executive director and other top people from the Integrity Commission have been saying, they have been requesting more security for its employees. They've been asking for many months, over a year. Say, listen, we need to be protected because of the job that we do. We speak about politicians. We investigate politicians. We expose corrupted politicians. So therefore, we would fall into the high-risk category of people that might get taken out because of these ignorant sheep type of people that follow both parties, JLP and PNP. Now people, you know that Jamaica is a reactive society, so therefore people have to either DEA, or get injured before something happens. So therefore now they are looking into it. But people, we know that this is a 9-day talk kind of place, so therefore as soon as it cool down again, then security might disappear. Then one of the employees might either disappear, meaning DEA, DING, point blank and period. Further on in the news, it is called Only in Jamaica, Only in Jamrock. The Sentence Bay Regional Hospital turned into some sorts of FRGHT club. Some sorts of MMA ring a couple of days ago. Based on the information, it is said that a family was there in some sorts of Prada looking Jeep, apparently they dropped off a child and they did not feel as if the child was getting the service that the child deserved. Now, you and I as parents, if we go to a hospital and we don't feel like that hospital is professional, that hospital is efficient, especially if our child is sick, we're going to pretty much act in a way that is not normal, because that is your child. So therefore you are going to defend your child at all costs. Not saying that what these people did was correct, but it is said that it was the motive that led to an incident or all-out BRALL that ensued afterwards. So there are 2 videos out there, 3 videos actually. There was one video with the family, look like them have some sorts of Indian uptown kind of descent. They were there was some sorts of arguments. You know, people just attack, no sorts of physical altercation. And then there was video part 2, which you would consider the more exciting video, in which a young lady known to be a doctor, strapping lady, big body kind of lady, in a some sorts of brown doctor outfit with mask and everything. You could hardly hear what was going on or what was being said. Based on information, it seems as if some sorts of blocking, some sorts of argument continued. And then that lady walked over to that Jeep and she was talking turned physical. Then she pretty much put a royal BEAT down on that little uptown looking lady that looked kind of flaky. So pretty much based on the body structure of the lady, our mother, our parent, our friend that was complaining, and the body structure of the doctor allegedly, it was not going to be a fair FIGHT and people. It was not. However, when that started, the argument kind of even flared up even more, and it seems as if the whole family was going against the security at the place and also the doctor. So it was the doctor and the security and employees versus the family. People, based on what I saw, the security seems to have had the upper hand, and definitely the doctor was pretty much flattening out the other lady. So therefore they lost whatever their grouse was. It became even worser. So therefore them pitney did not get the proper professional help that they need, and then they got a professional MMA BEAT down. Now when you think about stuff like this, and people, I have lived in the United States for a couple of decades. I have never heard or seen anything like this. Me nah go say it not exist or it never happened. However, there is 50 plus states in America, and people, you hardly hear that. However, in Jamaica, we've heard this over and over. There's always some sorts of altercation with the employees, and then security get involved because they are there to protect the employees. However, they are also there to protect the patients and the visitor. What I find the problem is that sometimes it is a straw that broke the camel's back. And I am not going to justify the deeds of these employees or even the doctor, because you are supposed to remain professional at all times. However, when people ATTACKU, people DISSU, people do all manner of evil to you, it is in Jamaicans' natural instinct as rebellious SLAVES from the Mandingo tribe to pretty much respond like them say, for every action is an equal and opposite reaction. However, a lot of this reaction is coming from frustration, meaning that a lot of these people work in environment in which it is not appropriate, in which they are overworked and underpaid, and then the facility is SHIT. So sometimes they go at each other, and most times they go at the patients or even visitor. So therefore, if, in my opinion, the environment was more appropriate, you would probably get more professionalism, and then again, maybe not. People, let me know what you think. That is just my opinion. I think because of the condition, adverse condition in which these people work in, then it is more probable that things like this is going to occur, meaning FIGHT, BRALL, and Royal, BEAT down. It is not right. However, people, I can kind of understand. Not to say that I justify it, but me just say, I am not surprised. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.